In this video, we'll review how to read the sample 1040 tax form in RightCapital. You can find the sample tax forms within each client plan by navigating to the Tax Estimate tab and then clicking into the Details page. The sample 1040 tax form provides insight into a client's estimated federal tax figures each year. This form will be pre-populated with values based on the cash flow information and data entry inputs within the plan. This is a simplified 1040, which is a shorter form only displaying key details and information that will apply to almost all clients. Let's take a look over the most important lines on the simplified 1040. Line 1 is where you'll find the client's W-2 income. Line 2 will reflect tax-exempt and taxable interest, and line 3 will reflect qualified and ordinary dividends. Both of these values are based upon taxable investment returns within the plan. As a reminder, you can view and update the interest and dividend assumptions within the plan by navigating to the gear icon, Settings, Return Assumptions tab. Line 4 will populate with any distributions from 401k and IRA accounts. Note that this will include RMDs, as well as manual distributions and Roth conversions. Line 5 will reflect any pension or annuity income. Line 6 will reflect any taxable Social Security benefits. You can find a more granular breakdown of this value by visiting the taxable Social Security form. Line 7 reflects income from capital gains, which can occur as a result of taxable withdrawals, property, business, or lifestyle asset sales, liquidation of stock options, or simply portfolio turnover. For a more detailed breakdown, you can visit the Schedule D. You can also modify your long-term capital gains and portfolio turnover assumptions within the gear icon, Settings, Tax Assumptions tab. Line 8 reflects other income feeding in from the Schedule 1, such as self-employment income, rental income, and business income. Line 10 will reflect additional deductions and adjustments to income, also feeding in from the Schedule 1. You can view this form as well for more details on these two lines. Line 11 is where you can find the client's adjusted gross income, or AGI. Line 12A will populate with either the standard deduction, based on the filing status, or potentially itemized deductions. RightCapital will automatically apply whichever is higher between the standard deduction or itemized deductions each year, depending on your tax law setting. As a reminder, the plan's tax filing status can be adjusted in the profile Expenses, Tax and Fees data card, and the tax law setting can be adjusted in the gear icon, Settings, Tax Assumptions tab. Speaking of tax law, line 13 will illustrate the QBI deduction under TCJA for any income associated with business types LLC, partnership, or S-Corp, as well as any self-employment income cards. Do note that when using 2017 tax law, personal exemptions will be reflected on this line rather than a QBI deduction. Line 15 represents the client's taxable income, which is then used to calculate the tax value on line 16. Any AMT will be reflected on line 17, which can be explored more thoroughly via the alternative minimum tax form. Line 19 reflects any child tax credits for dependent children listed in the Profile Family tab. Line 20 will reflect any education credits for children in the plan with college goals. Line 23 will display any additional self-employment taxes feeding in from the Schedule 2. And lastly, the client's federal tax payment for the year will be displayed on line 24. For more information on the sample 1040 tax form in RightCapital, please don't hesitate to take a look at our Help Center or to reach out to our advisor support team for more details.